Dude, what a comeback, man. Central Coast Mariners down a man, down 2 goals. All hope looked lost. And it was a crucial game to a game that we needed to get a result in if we wanted to keep our top 6 hopes alive. That's realistically what the situation was. And we did it, man. The Benny and Kalolo penalty, Dan Hall with the late equaliser right at the death, and it was absolute euphoria down at the away bays at CommBank Stadium. I was down there earlier tonight to experience the action. Dude, fantastic stadium. Love CommBank Stadium. I think it's one of the best stadiums in the country for football. And look, heading into this game, we know Wanderers have been, overall pretty poor this season. And heading into this match, especially when you're looking the run-in of games for the Central Coast Mariners for the rest of this season, this is probably was looking at like one of the more easier games, like one of the more winnable games, knowing we play Wellington away in New Zealand. We've got Western United. The F3 derbies are going to be tough towards the end of the campaign. So we sort of really needed to get a result in this game if we wanted to win those games in hand to try and catch those teams ahead of us who are currently in the top 6. And it was a pretty similar lineup that we've been running in recent weeks, of course. Steely coming in for Max Ballard in midfield, and Nikolai Muller starting against his former side. And look, the first half was pretty even. Wanderers probably had the better of the opportunities in that first half, in my opinion. They certainly had more possession. But we did have our openings, especially that Orenia chance really early on the game. So close from Marco Orenia. Of course, that first goal that went in right at the end of the first half. Really disappointing, obviously. Kai Rolls his 100th game. Congratulations to Kai Rolls. And disappointing that he was the one that steered the ball, unfortunately, into his own net. But that was from that Wanderers pressure. As I mentioned, they look like the more likely team to score, in my opinion, just with the field position they have. And, I thought defensively we were quite good, even throughout the whole game. I thought we set up our block in defense really, really well. And Wanderers were really trying hard. You could tell they're really having to be quite creative to try and find avenues. And when they looked really dangerous, Wanderers, when they started switching it from left to right more quicker. And that's sort of how that game came around. And that's how the goal came around. And Tate Russell, who put the ball in, and Kai Rolls ended up in the back of the net. Lewis Miller involved again. I'm not sure what else Lewis is meant to do there. For me, when you look at that, when you watching the replay in the stadium, seeing it, there was no, maybe a foul at best, right? Maybe a foul at best. The yellow card was surprising. And I heard the commentators say afterwards that they were even quite surprised by even just a yellow. And then they went to VAR, and I thought, surely not. Surely not. He's used his body. He's trying to win the ball. Is there maybe a slight start on the ankle? I mean, here's the thing, right? If you're giving a red card for that challenge, we should be seeing 4 or 5 red cards every single game, right? That's a part of football. Committed challenges going into each other. It's not like a sliding tackle where you come in where a player's coming in and sliding in and hitting the ball. Lewis Miller's in possession of the ball and just trying to maintain possession. Adama Traore's just coming out of nowhere and just happens to get caught up in his feet. I mean, I'm not sure what else Lewis Miller is meant to do there. And after the goal, the Dimitri Petratos goal, disappointing goal to concede, man. Just the fact that he got there first was disappointing. The changes had to be made, and with the right ones, in my opinion, man. Maresh, Sai Goddard, Garen Kowal, these guys, these fresh legs came on the park and added a bit of spark, and they certainly did that. And it was Benny Kalolo who got the 1 goal back, the penalty. We were pushing late, we're committing numbers forward. I was concerned that the fact that we had 10 men and we were pushing numbers forward, I was like, we could get caught out on the counter here. Wanderers did create a couple opportunities here. Nothing clear-cut, though. Nothing that was really troubling Mark Birighitti. Jacob Farrell, does he get fouled in the box? Play goes on. Garen Kowal chips it up. Sai Goddard into the mixer. And there is Dan Hall. Dan, the man to put it away. What a moment. Honestly, it's going to be one of the highlights of the season for me, man. The video's up on the socials of the moment where the goal went in, and I just lost it. I just completely lost it. Just caught up in the emotion. That could be a massive, massive point, because it's going to come down to those fine margins. In the final weeks of this season, it's going to come down to those fine margins when it's down to goal difference, down to single points. And that Dan Hall goal in the dying seconds at Parramatta could be massive to take Central Coast Mariners into final football. Still plenty of football to be played, of course, as well. We do not want to get carried away, but it goes to show the heart and the spirit of this Mariners squad and the determination against all odds. They don't back down. And we did it once again here. What were you guys' thoughts on the game and the performance? And as well, would love to hear your thoughts on the chances of the Mariners, when we look in the run-in of games, what are the chances of the Mariners of making top 6 football? Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you hit the like button if you want to show your support. My name's Lockie, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.